Yes, he had to be an excellent businessman, an excellent plant pathologist, an excellent chemist, an excellent marketeer, an excellent purchasing agent. A farmer has to be an all-around person.
In agriculture today, one of our most important roles is crunching numbers and gathering information. On our farm, we don't do anything because that's the way our daddy did it. You know, everything we do, we go back and reevaluate it and make sure that we're doing it because it makes good business sense.
We're constantly doing tests, on-farm tests. We're constantly watching the market to see how we can do better in the market. We're looking at the future and what products consumers might want in the future. And really, farming has changed a lot on that note because farmers have to be forward-thinking now. You just don't go out and plant something and hope for the best anymore. You have to be a little more scientific in your approach.
Iredell County's McLean brothers installed a soybean processing mill on their farm. The mill can handle 500,000 bushels a year, producing soy oil and meal.
We only grow about 100,000 bushels of soybeans ourselves, so our neighbors in the surrounding counties will have the opportunity to sell into this market. And if time permits and if growth is necessary, we can grow and use these even more. We are the largest dairy county in the state and have a lot of poultry, so farmers can save money on the meal that we'll provide also.
The mill places the soybeans under tremendous pressure. The resulting heat breaks down the cell walls in the bean, releasing the oil, which is sold to become cooking oil. One day, it may become biodiesel. What's left is soy meal.
Typically, we have to go 150 miles to sell our soybeans, and then that meal comes back from there. So you have freight going, and you have freight coming. The good thing is, logistically, we're here with the high fuel. It's good for the economy, it's good for the farmer. We're saving the farmer anywhere from 30 to 50 cents a bushel that he doesn't have to pay for freight to take them somewhere else. And then the farmer that's buying it to go into dairy or into poultry, he doesn't have to pay that extra $10 to $15 a ton freight to get it back. And we buy the beans at the same price that other people buy them at, and so it's really better for us. It's just economy's becoming more localized.
Soybeans, like many farm products, are a commodity. Soybeans are priced based on futures contracts traded on the Chicago Board of Trade. That price is likely to change every day, sometimes every hour, based on supply and demand. Each soybean farmer has to decide when the time is right to sell his crop.
Marketing is one important aspect that we quite often forget when we get out on the tractor and we work from sun up to sundown, and it's very important to produce a good crop. However, if we don't do an excellent job of marketing, we still may may not be a profitable enterprise.
We are price takers. We cannot set our own prices. We have to take what the market offers. That's the way it's always been and will be.
The prices paid to farmers for soybeans fluctuate constantly, often in response to international conditions. The weather in South America or the economy in China can affect what growers get for their beans at J.R. Jones Grain, a family-owned business in Robeson County.
Demand drives the market. The higher the demand, the higher the price will be. The higher the price, the more profitable Mr. Jones out there in the soybean field on Highway 211 is going to be. Ultimately, our goal is for the farmer to be successful. You know, our philosophy has always been if the farmer doesn't make a living and remain in business, then we won't be there. We won't be here because there won't be a need for us. So the goal is to enhance everybody's profitability. Therefore, you have to know exactly where the markets are at all times.
J.R. Jones Grain and McLean Farms are among a handful of independent grain buyers in the state. Most North Carolina farmers sell their soybeans directly to processors like Cargill, which has facilities in Raleigh and Fayetteville. Some soybeans, especially in the northeastern counties, may be exported to foreign markets. But each year, North Carolina uses more soybeans than it produces. The soybean season begins with planting, usually in May or June. Some farmers plow and till their fields and plant soybeans in rows, like corn. The beans grow until harvest in the fall. An alternate production method, increasing in popularity, is no-till.
The real benefits of no-till accrue from long-term no-till. We call it, I like to call it never-till. We simply don't work our land at all anymore. And there are many benefits of that. Environmentally, it's very good because it cuts down on erosion. It cuts down on fuel consumption, which is another environmental benefit as well as a cost benefit to us. And so our yields have not suffered at all, and in fact, the yields have steadily increased, we think, as a result of no-till.